Teachers, do you struggle with frequently assessing your students, analyzing student data, keeping your students engaged, and integrating technology? Do you hate making copies? If so, Kahoot's the program that you're looking for. It's completely free, and students can log in through their ClassLink account to use it. Kahoot is an engaging, interactive game that can provide you with real-time data while your students are using it. You can assess your students while they're having fun, and what can be better than that? Let's get started. First, you'll need to pull up your web browser. I'm using Chrome. Type in kahoot.com as the web address, then press enter. Now scroll down to click on the option Sign Up for Free. Here you will select your role, Teacher, and you can click on the light blue button to sign up with Google. If you do not have access to a Google account, you can choose the option to sign up with email. Go ahead and enter your account details, and once you have read and agreed with Kahoot's terms and conditions, you can click a free account by clicking Continue for Free. You can always go back and purchase a different plan if you want to in the future. Now you should see your home page. We're going to start by just searching what's already out there. Later, we'll work on making our own quiz. Click on the Discover tab at the top left of the page. Here you can search for any topic. So go ahead and think of a topic you'll be working on with your students, type it in the search bar, then press enter. As an example, I'll search branches of earth science. Depending on your topic, hopefully some quizzes came up. You can either scroll through them or narrow down your search by subject, level, or more filters, such as who created it, the type, or the language. As you're scrolling through them, you can see who made the quiz, a sample question, when it was created, how many plays it's had, as well as the number of questions. Now, choose one that you think will be relevant to your class by clicking on it. I'll choose this one for example. You'll notice we have some different options. You can decide if you want to play or challenge. The Play Now option would be used if everyone was going to be working on it at the same time while you're monitoring. The Challenge option would be better for stations or a quiz that you wanted students to complete on their own time. I'm going to choose Challenge. Now, let's look at the options here. By selecting Challenge, since I want my students to complete this on their own time, I'll need to enter a date and a time that I want my students to complete it by. Once you click Create, you'll see a challenge link and a pin that you can share through any of the three options available to you. Now let's go back and select the option to play. Once you select Play, you'll see a screen that gives you the choice of player versus player or team versus team. This depends on how many devices that your students have available. If you scroll down and click on the arrow in the white box next to game options, you'll see several different game options available to you. These are mostly self-explanatory, but you can always click View Details next to each one for a description. Click on the box to the right of each option that you'd like to turn on or off. After you have finished looking at the options, click on either Classic or Team Mode to get started. Students will need to be on either the Kahoot website or the Kahoot app to play. A code will pop up on the screen. Students need to type in this code to access the quiz. Once all students have joined, go ahead and click Start. You'll be able to view your students' progress live on the dashboard. If you selected Challenge, the game starts automatically for you, and you can always go to Reports in order to see which students have played and their progress. You can organize the data according to your preference. Without students, we can't really do much more here, so depending on what screen you're on, click on Home at the top left. This should take you back to your home screen where we can now see how to make our own quiz. So now, look up at the top of the screen and find the Create Quiz button and click on it. Go ahead and enter a title. I'll just name mine Sample Quiz. Once you have named your quiz, you'll need to enter a description. You can edit other settings below according to your own preference. Once you've finished, click OK Go at the top right of the screen. In the Game Creator box, click on the purple plus sign to add a question. Now type in your first question and at least 2 answer choices. You'll see that there's an option to insert pictures, so if you needed a diagram or a graphic, you can click there and upload it from your computer or even from a website. Once you have your question and answer choices, select the correct answer or answers by clicking on the check mark to the right of the answer. It should turn green to reflect which answer is the correct one. You can also change the amount of time students will have. The default time limit is 20 seconds. When you're done, you can click on Next at the top right of the page to continue adding more questions. After you finish adding all your questions, click on Save. Here you will see that there's an option to edit, preview, play, or share your quiz. You should be ready to go ahead and assign it to your students. Hopefully this was a helpful video for you if you're trying to provide engaging, formative assessments to your students. Now click on Finish and Create Quiz, and you should be ready to assign it to your students. Hopefully this was a helpful video for you if you're interested in using a new tool to provide engaging, formative assessments for your students.